Hi, you're welcome to the How to Grow and Multiply Your Money Masterclass. This is the Stocks and Shares Investment Masterclass training, and I am Habila Amadu. I'm your instructor in this masterclass. I'm glad that you're joining, and I'm glad to meet you here. Please, I would like to know the location where you are joining me from. So please type in your location in the comment section. If you are joining me from Lagos, you are joining me from Abuja, you are joining me from Port Harcourt, from Sokoto, from Kebbi State. Wherever you're joining me from, please do well to just type in your location so that I can know that we're moving together. All right, you are highly welcome. This is the Stocks and Shares Investment Masterclass. I know you've been hearing about stocks and shares for a long time. Uh, I know, just like me, you've been anticipating and also have this ambition of becoming a shareholder one day. All right, by the grace of God, your dream is about to come to pass by God's grace. Yes, because in this masterclass, I'm going to simplify some things about the stocks and the shares market, how this market is and how it runs, and how one can make profit from this market. Okay, it's important you understand something before venturing into it, and I know that's why you joined this masterclass. You've made the best decision. So I'm glad to meet you here once again. I'm glad to meet you here once again. One thing about finances, unless there's a proper knowledge on it, you can never get the best out of it. Yes, just like me, I've been browsing, I've gone online to check about stocks and shares. I mean, for some time, I couldn't get a comprehensive note and knowledge on stocks and shares. And so I had to go out of my way to ensure I seek the right knowledge. And believe me, I'm here to present something valuable to you. So sit put and let's go on with this class. All right. Now, there's one thing I want you to know. This is not a professional class. Yes, it's not a professional class, but I want you to see this as a discussion between me and you. Please just sit down, get your pen, get your notebook, because you're about to learn something that will change your finances and grant you massive profit and growth in the area of finance. So this is not a professional class, but I want you to see this as a discussion between me and you, because we're about to break what the stock market is. Do you get it now? We're about to break it into pieces and then have proper understanding on it. All right. Now, look at what Warren Buffett said. He said, if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. I always say, God forbid, when I see this, because there's no way I can serve, especially if you're a civil servant, you've served the government for, let's say, 30, 35 years. After retiring, you are still again working instead of resting. So if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. God forbid. So that means you have to sit down and find a proper way, I mean, a proper and a legit way to make money while you sleep. Yeah. All right. So now, who is this training for? I'm sure someone will be asking, why do I need, am I in the class of people who need this training? Okay, this training is for you who is a salary earner. That means if you are, forgive my typing error there, the earner. If you are a salary earner, an employee, if you are a business owner, that's a trader or an entrepreneur, if you are a clergy, yeah, if you're a student, and if you're a farmer, etc., whatever you are, whoever you are, I mean, this training is for you. You need this training. I know I was saying I wish I had learned these things about stocks and shares right during my undergraduate studies. I wouldn't, I would have made a huge lot of money, especially as a student. You know how our country is now. If you don't find a means of making money, you will just be stranded. So I wish I had learned this, I had known this before graduation. I wouldn't have been, I mean, things would have been much more. But still at that, we thank God because I've learned it, and I tell you, I'm making massive profit in the stocks and shares investment. All right. So now, what is my objective in this training? My objective in this training is to help you understand how the stocks and shares investment industry works. Yes, you need to understand how it works. Don't just dive into it and say, I want to start investing in shares. I've been receiving some chats, some questions from people asking me, okay, what about this broker? What about that broker? What do I need to buy? Uh, which share, which stock do I buy, and how many units? How do I know I'm making profits? All of these things. I'm about to show you how this industry works. It's important you sit and learn. And then number two is to help you start your stocks and shares investment journey to wealth creation. But, but, you will have to promise me at the final end of this free masterclass training, because you will need to take a very important action at the end of this training to start investing in highly profitable shares with 50% profit and above. I will show you that the results are there. I have the results, so it's not just a cliche. There is a result there, but you have to promise me that you will take an action, and that action is not free. Let's be honest. I will play my part to ensure you understand this and break this down so that you understand it very well. But then there's another part that is not free. Okay, so if you have promised that, please type deal in the comment section below. I'm waiting for you. All right, now let's move on. Now, who am I? Someone might be asking, who am I and why you should listen to me? My name is Habila Amadu, as I've said, and I'm a clergy and entrepreneur and wealth creation coach. I'm the director of the Digital Finance Academy and the privileged founder of Ancient Lives Gatherings and Apostolic Ministry. All right, I'm a graduate of Usman Danfodio University, Sokoto, where I obtained my bachelor's degree in microbiology. That's from 2015 to 2019. And also from Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, where I obtained my master's in public health. That's from 2022 to 2024. Now, besides being a graduate, I have been mentored in the area of financial management and wealth creation by some of the brightest minds in the industry. I will show you the proofs. Yes, the proofs are there. Now, by being experienced in investment for a long time, yeah, and growing my finances in high percentage, you see the results. I also want to help you achieve this through this course. Don't say till I start earning money, till I get employed before I start investing. No, I told you, even a student, even a farmer should learn this. So I want to help you through this course so that you will start raising significant amount of money for specific projects through investment in stocks and shares. So this is my personal goal and my personal commitment starting from this masterclass training. All right. So now this is my certification. So someone will be asking, young man, you are teaching, you are mentoring people on stocks and shares. Are you sure you are certified yet? This is my certification. I have passed through the training and I've obtained my certificate. I just got this. I just downloaded the certificate this year, but I've done the training since long ago. All right. So this is my certification on stocks and shares masterclass. As you can see, my instructor's name that is there written down there. So I am certified. Yes, I'm trained. I didn't just gather things from one site or another site here. No, I ensured I sat down and I passed through a sequential and constructive knowledge. Okay, knowledge that was arranged, and I tell you, I don't worry. You'll see most of the testimonies there. All right. So let's move on now. Let's check some of my few results. As I've said, you can make some few profits or huge profits in the stock market. Let's check some of my few results, because it's important you see my results before you listen to me. I mean, you've seen my certification and then now see my results. All right. I want you to look at this right here. Sorry. Can you see this right here? Look at it here. That is 56.21%. I bought some shares from a company, that's from the Lasaco Assurance PLC. I bought 200 units of shares, and within a short time I was able to make 56.21%. Wow, this is a huge profit. Another stocks I bought is from Veritas Capital Assurance. In this stock I was able to make 34.53%. Can you see that now? This is how we make profit in the stock market. Now imagine making 56.21%. I mean, if as a student I invest 10,000 naira, that means I wake up with 5,600 naira. Yes. Okay, let's say I invested 100,000 naira. That means my profit will be 56,000 naira. Can you see that now? Okay, let's say on Veritas now I invested 10,000 naira. I have 3,400. 100,000 naira. I have 34,000 naira. Okay, let's say a million naira now. I invested a million naira in this Lasaco where I made 56.21%. That means I wake up with 560,000 naira. Can you see the huge profit people are making in the stock market while they are sleeping? I mean, I just invested this money and then allow it to make profit. Then I woke up, got my profit, withdrew it, including my capital. That's it. This is why the rich keep getting richer and the poor keep getting poorer because the rich understand what investment is. Yes. That's why many of them will be sleepy. You don't even see them outside, but they are making money. Why? Because they bought shares. Oh, the stock market is a market of wonder, I tell you. I tell you, you have some money, you just throw it into the stock market and allow it to keep growing. As it keep growing, while you are asleep, your money is there working for you. Can you see that now? I made 56%. Now, you can make hundreds of percentage, I tell you, including 1,000%. I was looking the one of the analysis, I mean the results that came out 2023. There's a company that made 1,020 something percent in a year. So imagine you are putting in 100,000 naira there, just 100,000 naira in that company. Within 1 year, you have become a millionaire. 1,000. I'm not saying 100% gain. No, 1,000% gain. You can go and check it. Can you see that now? So the stock market is a market of wonder. These are my results. So I have to screenshot it. I have many results, but I just chose to display these ones. Now look at it down there. You can see this one I made. That's the Wando PLC. I made 3.22%. The reason why I had to include this is to show you how we grow. Yes, I won't just show you the higher amounts and not show you the lesser one. This is how we grow. With patience, I allow it to keep growing, and that's how I will cash out. Someone will be saying, "What are you doing? Are you sure you are working? Are you sure?" No, 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 no. Is the stocks and shares investment. I buy shares from companies and allow it to grow, and then I sell it. All right, let's move on now. Now, these are the few trades I've made. These are the few shares I've bought. Maybe you can go through them. I have shares with Veritas, with Charms, with Lasaco, with Access Bank, that's the Access Corporations, with FBN, that's the First Bank of Nigeria, with UBA. Can you see it now? I've bought shares with them. I've bought shares, 50 units, 400 units, 200 units. I'm a shareholder of different companies. Yes, this is my right from 2024. Can you see it there? From 2024 June, I mean till now, including now, I have shares with other companies. Yes, this is what I do. This is what I do. All right. Now, apart from that again, I belong to a community of the Nigerian and US stock market investors. That means I'm someone you need to listen to. Can you see we are a group of 560 members from different axes. These are a group of people who have passed through the training and are good investors. And in this group, we analyze things. We learn a lot of things as well, even as stock investors. So I belong to that group, as you can see down there. Can you see down here? This is me as part of the group members. Look at the images here. I had to screenshot this as evidence so that you see it. So I'm part of the group of the Nigerian and US. This one we deal with Tesla, Amazon, Metas, and the rest. All right, now let's move on. Now let's go now into stocks and shares. Now I believe you are convinced that the young man talking here knows what he is doing or what he is saying. Now, what are shares? What are shares? Let's start from this image. That's the Investopedia. They said units of equity ownership in a corporation. This English looks big. Don't worry, I'll break it down for you. And I know someone will be asking me, what's the difference between stocks and what's the difference between shares? Well, there's no much difference. A shares is the unit of ownership, while a stock is like a collection of shares. Yes, like collection, just like the way you go to the market, and when you return, you say, okay, I bought goods. That's the general use for it. But when you begin to open up to unbox your package, you now see, okay, there might be salt there, there might be clothes there. Those can be called shares. But the collection of shares is called stocks. Do we get it now? Yes, the collection of shares is called stock. So don't be confused. All right. Now, what are shares? Shares refers to a portion of ownership that you have in a company. What do I mean? In other words, if you buy the shares of a company like Dangote, I'm just citing an example, Dangote, there are many companies, hundreds of them that you can buy shares from. Let's say if you buy shares of Dangote Cement or First Bank or Access Bank or any company, automatically you have become one of the owners of Dangote Cement. I believe someone is feeling as if he's a boss already. Just by buying shares. It's very true. This means anytime the company makes profit, you have a share of that profit, no matter how big or small. That's the truth. So those profit I showed you in 56%, 30 something percent, that is the profit the company is making. As they are making it, my own shares that I bought, they are also growing there. So I can decide to sell it anytime and withdraw my profit, including my capital. Do you get it now? So the moment you buy shares from a company, automatically become a part of the owner of that company. Yes, This is how the stock market works. This is what shares is. So it means if I buy shares, I have account with First Bank and other banks like that. That means if I have shares with First Bank or Access Bank, if First Bank is making profit, automatically I'm making profit. So those charges that they used to remove from my own, I'm just joking, okay? They used to remove, let's say, those my monthly charges. I'm also making profit with them because my shares, I bought shares. I'm part of the owners of First Bank. Do you get what I'm saying here? So once you buy shares, shares refers to the portion of ownership you have in a company. So companies normally release shares to people. They release it and they advertise, okay, you can buy shares, like as I saw in the news, very soon by next year, hopefully, Dangote refinery will start selling their shares, so you can buy shares from those companies. Why do they do that? Most times when they sell these shares, they want to raise up their capital. Yes, it's to raise up capital to do more businesses. Now, for instance, if I buy share with Dangote Cement, do you think people will stop building? People are still building to today, and they'll keep buying the cement at all times. And probably when the demand is high, the price will go up. That means my own share is going up. Do you get what I'm saying here? So there is safety. It means that I can put my money with Dangote and allow him to work in it for me. It's as simple as that. Put your money in any company and leave the company to be working with that money for you. Make profit for you while you are asleep. All right? All right. Now, this share of profit that the company makes every time when they want to share it is called dividend. Now, you can buy the shares of different company from as low as 50 naira, 50 kobo per unit, to as high as 1,000 naira. Yeah, you know that. You get to know that very soon. Now, let's look at this example. I've talked about shares. All right, let's say the price of Access Bank shares is 24.90 kobo, 24 naira 90 kobo per unit, because shares is measured in unit. Okay, if you buy one share, it's called 1 unit of shares. Do you get it now? So that's how it is. So you can decide to buy 100 units of Access Bank shares. Remember, 1 unit is 24 naira 90 kobo. So if you want to buy 100 units of it, that's the 100 number, that's the total number of the shares you want to buy. This will cost you, now you multiply 100 units times 24, that is 24 naira 90 kobo per unit. That is 2,490 naira. With 2,490 naira, you have become a shareholder in Access Bank. Can you see that now? Now, if for instance the price of Boa Cement shares is 99 naira per unit, now if you decide to buy, let's say, 100 units of Boa Cement shares, this will cost you 100 units times 99 naira, that is 9,900 naira, less than 10,000, approximately 10,000 naira. You have become a shareholder. That means for 10,000 units, you will be, for Access Bank, 10,000 times 24 naira, it will be 249,000 naira. If you are buying 10,000 units of it at that same amount, 24 naira 90 kobo, it will be 249,000 naira. For Boa Cement as well, it will be 990,000 naira. Note, you can buy shares if you have as low as 1,000 naira. Yes, that's very true. Or even less, you can buy shares. In fact, even 500 naira. Okay, let's say now the price of this, for instance, just an example, if the price of Access Bank still remains 24 naira 90 kobo, and you want to buy 10 shares from that company, how much will it cost you? How much will it cost you? Just 200 and let's say 40 naira, or at most 300 naira at most. Do you see that now? So you can buy shares for as low as 1,000 naira or even less. Do we get it now? All right. Now, these are the companies you can buy shares from. Can you see the MTN are there, Dangote are there, GT Bank, that's GT Co, UBA are there, Stanbic. These are just few companies I just failed to display here, but they are in their hundreds, I can tell you. All right, so these are the companies you can buy shares from Zenith Bank, Dangote Cement, Dangote Sugar, Nestle, Boa Foods, Boa Cement, Fidelity Bank, Wema Banks, and the rest, and different companies. MTNs are there, Airtel are there. You are buying recharge card, you can also be a shareholder there. All right. Anyone who has a share in a company is called a shareholder. So let me define that again. Anyone who buys a share from a company automatically becomes a shareholder. I bought shares with Owando, and then I received a message when they were having their meetings. I was notified because I'm like I own part of the company as a shareholder. So I was invited for the meeting. It was a Zoom meeting, okay? So these are the companies you can buy the shares from. Now, someone will be asking, how do I make profit from the stocks and shares investment? Because I know everybody is profit driven, okay? Everyone wants to make gain. Now, I will answer that. Among many ways, There are two major ways to make profit from stocks and shares investment. There are many ways, but there are two major ways. Two major ways. Pay attention to this now. Number one is capital gain. What is capital gain? Capital gain is simply when the price of the shares of a company goes up. That is when it increases. Remember, I said shares are measured in units. So let's say 1 unit of share, as at the one I stated, I gave an example with Access Bank. If let's say 1 unit of Access Bank share is 24 naira 90 kobo, and then it increases to, let's say, 15 naira, that's what we call capital gain. That means I've made almost 100% gain per share. Do you understand now? Let me give you an example. If you buy, let's say, 10,000 units of Dangote sugar shares at 15 naira per unit, 10,000, you bought 10,000 units at 15 naira per unit, it will cost you, so you multiply the number, that's 10,000 times 15 naira, which is 500,000 naira. You only bought it at 15 naira per share, and you bought 10,000 units of shares. That is 500,000 naira. Now, if the price goes up, that is from 15 naira, if it goes up by tomorrow to 60 naira per unit, you will have how much now? Now calculate it, multiply the same units that you bought, that is 10,000 naira times now 60 naira. You now have 600,000 naira. Remember, yesterday you invested 500,000 naira, and then in the following morning you are waking up with 600,000 naira. That means you have just made a profit of 100,000 naira in just 24 hours. It's very possible. I can tell you, it's very possible. Very, very possible. Very, very possible. Very, very possible. So if you buy those shares at 50 naira and then tomorrow you check it and you discover that it has increased, you can decide to withdraw it. Yes, you can decide to withdraw the whole 600,000 naira. Now your profit is 100,000 naira, and then your invested capital is 500,000 naira. That means you have made a gain of 100,000 naira. This is just an example, okay? It's even possible for a company to perform 50% gain. Like, it's possible for a company share price to go up by 10 to 50% in 24 hours. Is very possible. It's very possible. Very, very possible. That means if you have 10,000 units of Dangote sugar, is another example as well. At 15 naira, you buy it at 15 naira, which is a total of 500,000 naira, and the price goes up by 50%. Now the 50% of 50 naira is what? 25 naira. Okay, so you will make an additional gain of, now this is just a normal calculation, mathematical calculation, 50 divided by 100 times 50 naira per share, which is 25 naira. Okay, so you have made a profit of 25 naira. That is the 50% gain of in 50 naira. So the new share price will now be 50 naira. You bought it at 50 naira, and then you now had a gain of 25 naira. That is what? 75 naira per share. It grew by 50%. You bought it at 50 naira, it grew by 50%. That's per share. So the price of per share, or the gain per share, is now 25 naira. But if you sum it up, you will see 75 naira. Now, that is the profit of, now remember, you bought it at 500,000 naira, right? Right? All right. You bought it at 500,000 naira because you bought 10,000 units at 50 naira, which is 500,000 naira. Now, if it grows up by 50%, that means you have made 750,000 naira. You invested 500,000 naira, and then you woke up with 750,000 naira. So what is now your profit? You have made 250,000 naira profit in just 24 hours. So you can make 10%, you can make 20%, you can make even up to 50%. Is very, very, very possible. Very, very possible. So I hope you are getting what I'm saying here. This is what we call capital gain. You monitor it. When you check my image, maybe you can go back to those results I displayed. You see a green arrow, a green triangle facing up. That means I'm making gain. So once you see you are making gain, you can decide to sell it. And once you sell it, you now withdraw your profit and everything there. Do you get what I'm saying here? All right. So now let's move on. Let's see the second way you make money. You make profit from the stock market. The second way is through dividend. I've stated it before. I said dividends is simply a portion of the company's profit that is paid to you as a shareholder. I said if you buy shares, you are a shareholder. Now, when the company makes profit, some companies, they pay dividends every year. They will sit down and calculate how much profit have we made in 2026 or 2024, 2025. How much profit have we made? Okay, let's now distribute, let's share the profits, some of the profits to our shareholders. Now, it is usually paid yearly or quarterly or according to the company's pattern of payment. Yes, it's very possible. In fact, that one happens a lot. In fact, most rich people, they go for dividend. That's what some people do. They don't even consider the capital gain. What they do is they search for companies that pay dividend and they invest in them. They allow it there. Some companies can pay you. Okay, let me give you an example here. Now, let's say we are working with 10,000 units here. That's the 10,000 number of shares you bought. Let's say you bought 10,000 units of shares in GT Bank shares, and it is time for the company to pay dividends to its shareholder. You bought 10,000 regardless of the price. Let's not look at the price, how much per share is. Now, let's say for every share you own in that company, they decide to pay 2 naira per share, and you bought 10,000 units as as from the shares, and they decide to pay. That's after their annual profits and everything. They sit down, they say, okay, for every unit that you have in my company in the GT Bank, they will pay you, let's say, 2 naira per share. So if you have 10,000 units of shares in that company, now you will receive a total of 20,000 naira as a free gift. Free, just free. This one is not capital gain. Remember, you are making your own capital gain there. That profit, you are noticing how it's moving. It can go up, maybe come down, go up again. As it's going up, you withdraw your profit. Apart from that, you being a shareholder there again, once they gather their own annual profit again, they will also share it. So you see, you are making money in the stock market almost, let's say, twice or in two ways: the capital gain and the dividend. And dividend is also called earning per share. Okay, dividend, earning per share. All right. So now, how to invest in the stock market? I believe you have gained a lot. You've understood what shares is, what stock is, how to make profit there. So let me now show you how to invest in the stock market. These are the step-by-step procedures to start investing in the shares of any company in Nigeria and around the world. Number one is create a stocks and shares investment account with a stock brokerage firm. So you will fill a form and provide documents like your ID card, BVN, NIN, utility bill, that's the NEPA bill, passport, photograph, etc. So there are some things that you'll be required to provide. So these are just few documents you can provide there, but you need to open an account, create an account with a stock. You can't buy shares from, let's say, from the bank directly. No. You buy shares from the brokers, okay? And this is why you need to sit down and learn, because there are some brokers that are not legit. Some brokers are not legit. That's the honest truth. Some of them are not licensed, okay? So you have to be careful. You have to be careful. Then number two is complete all the necessary documentations with your stockbroker. Note, your stock brokerage firm will also charge you a small fee. That one is sure. Then once you are done, then deposit money from your bank account into your stocks and shares investment account. You can deposit as low as 1,000 naira to as much as 1 million naira and above. Yes, all right. Then search for companies. Now with this again, for you to search for companies with profitable shares to buy, it requires training. So take your time and search for companies with profitable shares in the stock market. How do you spot them? You need to be trained. Then buy the quantity of shares you can afford. Buy the ones you can afford. If you have 1,000 naira in your account, or 10,000, 1 million naira, buy the ones you can afford. Then do what? Wait and make some profit. That's the capital gain, as I've said, and dividend. Wait for your investment to grow. You can make as much as 10%, as I've said, to 50% profit in one day, in 1 week, or 1 month. Is possible. Note, unfortunately, you can lose money even all, but if you learn it, you will avoid losses and gain profits continually. This one is something you need to sit down and learn. All right. Now, sell your shares and withdraw. After you have made some profit, sell your shares and withdraw your money to your bank account. So this is how to set up to start the stocks and shares investment. All right, you may agree with me that I have tried. I've done my best to break these things down. Some of you have not gotten this kind of knowledge before, but now I've broken this down. Now, have you been getting value from this training so far? If you have been getting value, please type value in the comment section below. Just type value in the comment section below. All right, I'm giving you seconds to do that. Once you are done, and then we continue. Okay, so honestly, I've tried. You will admit that I've tried in explaining these things, breaking them down, the capital gain, the shares, and everything, how it works. All right, I believe you have done that. Okay, now Now I'm introducing to you what I call the Stocks and Shares Investment Masterclass course. Now you see, starting something by yourself for the first time is difficult. Just like me, I was frustrated because I thought this stocks and shares of a thing was just I mean it's not real. Because the moment I keep browsing and searching, I don't find something that really gave me a brighter light on what it's all about. So starting something by yourself for the first time is difficult and it will take time. So I came up with this course to guide you step by step on the stocks and shares investment. Let me tell you, this course, this thing is broad, okay? Because there are some things I'll also be explained to you in this particular course. So the aspect or the subject of stocks and shares is broad, and I can't finish it in this masterclass. Do you get it now? So I have now created a course where both the strategies, both how to spot companies with profitable shares, they are there. So this one will guide you on the step by step on stocks and shares. Okay. Now you see, for a child, naturally a child can walk because it's part of the natural abilities that God has installed in a child. Even learning how to ride the bicycle, as you can see, that young boy is trying to do it by himself and he can do it as well. But there are certain things you can't do by yourself. For instance, driving. Driving, can you see? Someone had to guide, hold the steering for someone, for one of the persons who is being taught how to drive. Two people here have been taught how to drive. What about flying? You can't fly a plane just by your own knowledge or by just reading the manual. You need to be guided. This is what the stock market is all about because it has to do with investment. And the only way money grows and multiplies is investment. The rich always invest. And so if you are to be a high flyer in the area of finances, you need to be trained. And this is what this course will offer you. Okay. So you may be asking, why should I get this course? That's the Stocks and Shares Investment Masterclass course. This is just the free training I've done. Then there's a course for that. Why should you get this course? These are what you'll be getting in this course. Please look at this because I promised that there's a giveaway at the end of this masterclass training. All right, look at this. All right, this course, you have a lot of things in this course. There's module 1, module 2, module 3, module 4, up to module 11. Module 11. And this course is hosted live on Seller. It's on Seller. Right now, it's already selling, I tell you. It's on Seller. It's hosted live on Seller. And apart from the modules there, you see there's an introduction to stocks and shares. There's also the house of, I call it the how cubes of wealth creation. There's the developing investment mindset. There's how to create your stocks and shares investment plan. And even the brokers that I spoke to you about, how to create the brokers. I mean, how to get the right brokers, create accounts with them, how to fund everything, buying the shares, selling it. I mean, strategies. Module 9 talks about the proven and endorsed strategies for identifying highly profitable shares. That's module 9 there, with 50% profit and above yearly growth. Can you see? So these are the things you'll be getting in this course because there's a strategy, I tell you. There's a strategy. And even the 1 million naira challenge is a challenge that I'm giving to anyone who has bought this course to see how we can raise up ₦1 million within 1 year. And it's very possible. You will see it through the power of compound interest. But don't worry, you get to see it more in that course. And then here and there, maybe you can see the bonuses. There are bonuses in this course. We have the financial management books. There are books I'll be giving for free. A book is there. And then there's also a course I did, which is called the Easy Money Saving Masterclass. It has 5 modules. It's also a financial course. I'm giving it as a bonus for free. So these are things you'll be getting just from module 1 to module 11. And then you have bonus of a book, financial book, another course called the Easy Money Saving Masterclass. And then you have access to the Nigerian stock market investors WhatsApp group. There's a WhatsApp group I created for anyone who has bought this course. Once you are done, you will not be stranded. You can come to the community and we'll keep discussing on stocks. We'll guide you on what to buy and what not to buy. Okay, so there's a general group for investors, and that's only for those who have bought the course. Apart from that, also, I'm giving you a free recharge card printing business guide. Yes, it's there. So you have 4 bonuses apart from the modules you are getting. Let me tell you one thing. Amongst these bonuses, you have to pay some amount. In some places, you have to pay some amount to join a community. In fact, these courses that I am giving out, the Easy Money Saving is a monetized course. Yes, it has its own price there, and also the recharge card printing business. Yes. So these are the things you'll be getting from this course. Now, I spoke about 99% strategy. You might be asking, how are you sure that your strategy is good? Now, this was when I was trained, and then just within few weeks, I was able to spot something, and I communicated with my boss. And he said, "Good morning, investors. This is our general group." He said, "Okay, look at the first comment he first made when I sent him that chat." He said, please look at this. He said, "You are one of the brightest. You are the only person that has noticed this amongst my students. I was waiting for who will first observe. It's a strategy, something I discovered how to make profit in the stock market very fast. Kudos, you have sharp eyes and an exceptional mind." Thank you, boss, for that comment. And then he now went ahead to post it in the group chat because my name is Habila Amadu. This is my name here. As you can see, it's written there. He said, "Good morning, investors. I trust you are having a productive week. I have received various feedbacks from our last mentorship session, which is a sign that some of us here really follow the coaching in that session. I am trained, as I've told you, I'm trained and certified." He said, "However, Habila Amadu was able to see something very powerful when he was implementing the act of studying the charts. Yes, I was expecting different observations about the behavior of the charts, the shares of the company. Now, the strategy is there, but I won't show you. It's in the course. That's the 99% strategy. I tell you, if you work with that strategy, you will make profit. Definitely, I tell you, you will make profit. And there are over 3 to 4 strategies that I've shared there. How to spot profitable companies and buy their shares. And how, in fact, there is a lot you can learn from there. Yes, there is a lot. It's included there. You can see it in the last slide that I shared. Can you see it here? This is it, module 9. That is my proven and endorsed strategies for identifying highly profitable shares. All right. So now, these are the number of people. These are the people who have been buying these courses. I just screenshotted a few. Look at them. They've bought the courses, and many of them, I tell you, have received a lot of good reports. Very soon you'll see them. So these are the people that have bought it. And then let's check some of the reports of those who have bought it. Good afternoon, everyone. That's in the general group. That's the Digital Finance Academy. They said, "I sincerely want to thank God for giving me this great opportunity to purchase this course. Honestly, I have been to different sites." You see that now? Before, looking on how I can start this, but it was so difficult. Starting something by yourself is difficult. But with this course, believe me, it's made it more easy for me. The tutor took his time. I took my time to explain in details, and sincerely, my mindset is empowered already. I'm currently having a mindset of an investor via stocks and shares. Thank you for this opportunity, sir. This is from Isaac Stanley Dogara. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. This is from someone called Gideon. He said, "Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I would like to appreciate the convener of this for this opportunity. Thank you. As part of those who bought the stocks and shares investment masterclass course, I would like to drop some comments about the course. Although I listened to some, not all, because he was just starting, I'm still in the process of listening to all of them. Not listening because they are videos, actually. They are videos, you watch them. Practicals, they are there. Practicals, how to do everything is there. You are guided practically with your phones. I have gained knowledge about shares and stocks investment. Firstly, I learned, these are a few things you learn, what a stock is. A stock is a share of ownership that you have in a company. All right, can you see them? And then the 3 major strategies. He said, "I just want to stop here because I gain a lot." This is a comment. Now look at the down comment here he made. He said, "The courses are massive and valuable. The courses are worth listening to. It guides you on how to keep and invest and grow money." Yes. Yes. Look at another one from Joseph here. Joseph Marco said, "The course has provided me with a solid foundation in stock market investing. I appreciate the clear explanations and practical examples. I'm already enjoying the course and finding it very helpful in understanding the stock market. The lessons are well organized and concise." Thank you, sir. Thank you, Marcos, for that comment. Thank you, Gideon. Thank you, Stanley Dogara. Just a few ones. Someone said, "I've watched first module and it's great value. Thank you for this opportunity." This from Samson. Samson said, "For me, what stood out among many other things is you can dare to try it with little amount." Oh, thank you for dishing value, sir. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you, Samson, for that comment. Can we see another comment again from another one from a student who bought it? He said, "I've always wanted to learn about shares and stocks investment. I will say This course is a great opportunity and came at the right time. Thank you, Susan, for that. So these are the few reviews I've just screenshotted to show you the people who have bought this course. Okay, I intentionally left the name there so that you can see the names of the people who commented on this. All right, so now these are the bonuses. As I've said, you have the financial management and investment book, you have easy money saving masterclass course, you have the recharge card printing business, and access to my investors WhatsApp group, which means you are getting 3 financial management courses for free. For free. You make money through recharge card printing. You also make money through the easy money saving masterclass. You see that now, and you are getting a book, and you are also getting this stocks and shares investment masterclass. That means there is a huge bonus in this. Now let's look at the how much is this course? This course that we are talking about, how much is it? Look at the bonuses I'm giving out there and everything. How much is this course? Now, considering the value you will get and how much it will help you make a lot of money and eventually become a millionaire and billionaire from this course, it will be worth it if I decide to sell it at 50,000 naira, yes, 75,000 naira, or even 100,000 naira. But I'm a considerate person looking at the current economic situation of the country. So this is it now. This course is hosted live on Seller and is going for 15,000 naira. Instead of 50,000 naira, 75,000 naira, I'm hosting it live on Seller for 15,000 naira, okay? But hold on. As I've said, I'm giving a bonus for those who have stayed till the end, okay? Now, but let's still look at the true worth of this course. If I'm selling it at 15,000 naira, Easy Money Saving Masterclass alone is 5,000 naira. Recharge Card Printing Business Guide is 10,000 naira. The Stocks and Shares Investment Masterclass is 15,000 naira. That is a total of 30,000 naira. But I'm selling it for 15,000 naira. 15,000 naira. But still at that, I'm still going to do something. I would like to show people who are fast action takers what I call unfair advantage. So this is the unfair advantage. I want to be biased here. Something that is worth 30,000 naira, I brought it down to 15,000 naira. But still at that, I want to show the fast action takers, people who will take an action today, an unfair advantage. So I'm going to give those people this masterclass course to the first 10 persons only who will take it for a whopping discount sum of 9,900 naira. 9,900 naira. From 30,000 naira, I brought it down to 15,000 naira, and then I'm bringing it down to you for 9,900 naira. Look at the bonuses you'll be getting and other things. Those bonuses, others will have to buy it. If you are buying it separately from this course, you have to buy it. Pay money for 10,000. That's for 10,000 naira for the recharge card. Pay another 5,000 naira for Easy Money Saving Masterclass. Pay another 15,000 again for the stocks and shares. Why not take this advantage and get it for 9,900 naira today? Remember, the bonuses attached to this course. Don't lose this opportunity. You only have today to take these slots. There is only 10 slots for 10 slots for the fast action takers. 9,900 naira, and then you have the course. The beautiful thing is that once you have this course, you can access it anytime throughout your lifetime. Let me put it that way. Throughout your lifetime, you can be accessing it to watch it anytime you want to watch, do anything you want to do with the course. It's yours for 9,900 naira. All right, so to take your slots among the first 10 people today, send me a message now on WhatsApp with the code SASMA, SASMA. That's the Stocks and Shares Masterclass. Send that code SASMA to 07017686204. Please send it now to take your slots. I believe some people have started taking their slots already. Take that slot fast. Be fast. Be a fast action taker. All right. So see you in the masterclass course. I know many, as you are buying it, will meet in the masterclass course, and also will meet in the general group for more discussions and guide on how to invest in the stock market. Thank you. Bye.